Holy smokes, that ain't no jokes. The Bitcoin market is going crazy. Hey there, pretty people who make money. The market went up and down many times. Right now, the market is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Bitcoin is around $67,000, which is almost at its all-time high of $70,000, but altcoins are really suffering. That is what we are going to talk about. Other news: Shiba Inu and a new partner have some big news. Let us talk about what's going on with BlackRock. I only ask that you smile at me so that I can spread good vibes. It's time to start, so hit that like button hard. You can see that Bitcoin is now worth 66,964. A huge run was made from 65,000 to 67,800. It's almost at the level of pushback, right? Not quite yet, but almost right. It's now at 68,900. It backed off. Then there was a huge sell-off, right? Huge liquidations are likely to happen both ways. Then there was a big sell-off. It's now back to about where it was before. That's about 67,000. Things are getting really, really strange with Bitcoin right now. Shiba Inu looks a lot like other dogs, right? The big rise when it rose, there was a big drop before it rose. It ran up after that. That's when it went down again with the market. It briefly rose again, but not very much. You can see something similar in Ethereum, which went up and then even went down. A lot of assets went back to where they were before they went down. So huge changes in the crypto market with Bitcoin leading the way. We're seeing a big move here, 1% for the day. And if we pull it out, you can see that it's pretty much at a new local high for this cycle. Bitcoin was the most important thing to move today, and it was changing what was going in the rest of the market. Things were really going off yesterday with all the altcoins, but today it's mostly Bitcoin. It brought everything with it on the rise and then dumped it all. It was really a dump, then a pump, and then another dump. This is a really strange thing to do, and this might be a big reason for it, right? A big chunk of Bitcoin was bought by BlackRock today. We also saw the volume. For the second day in a row, the total spot trade volume for Bitcoin ETFs has been held at 2.1 billion. So the volume is the same today as it was yesterday when Bitcoin was at 5%. We saw this going up and down for the market because of all this chaos. Of course, Shiba Inu was just enjoying the ride. Also, I'm not looking at the page for the liquidation. I'll open it. You can see this. In the past 24 hours, 310 million was sold. But if you wait 12 hours, it should be mixed, right? 66% of Bitcoin is short and 60% of Ethereum is long, right? In the past 24 hours, it's been mostly 170 million, 140 plus 12, 141 and 103, 141 and 103 with 40 and 25. And it's mostly been on the short in the last hour. It's all over the place and people are hurt on both sides. Today is one of those days when very high leverage is very risky unless you catch the run and then cash out. People tell you that these are the days when your business could go out of business and everything could end. It's going to go very high and then very low one of these days. If you don't have stop losses, you lose money because you don't take capital gains. We did see 820 million, billion standard today though. Talk among banks is that Bitcoin might hit a new all-time high before the US election. This is really cool. I've seen a lot of the things you say this person will win. I'm not sure, we'll find out who wins the race. But it's only 2 or 3 weeks away. It might even reach a new all-time high. Right now, it's not impossible that it could happen. At these prices, Bitcoin isn't that far from reaching its all-time high. What do you think? I think it's around 6% to 7% or 8% to 9%. That would be a new all-time high for Bitcoin. That makes sense. 10% is about $6,700, right? We make it there. That means it will be very interesting to watch. It could happen today, tomorrow, or even in a week. We're not sure. It might not happen at all. I'm not making money and I don't know where the market is going, but it will be fun to watch and keep an eye on today. It's been pretty crazy, as I said. We'll see. As I said, Bitcoin is still inside this bullish pennant or low daler as you like. It's still moving. If you look at the weekly and it breaks through this 68,000 level, we could see a huge change. But it hasn't been able to do that yet. That's interesting. Where is it? We did hear something about Shibarium and Shiba Inus. In short, the news comes from the Zipto app. It says that this is the most powerful cryptocurrency wallet and payment app in the world. That's not true. I have nothing to do with them. We love seeing the community work together like this, and it will help the crypto movement move forward. We told our developers that XRPL and Shibarium should be the next two chains to be added after the one that is being finalized. Right? So Shibarium is getting more usefulness, and this will be, the more the merrier we get for Shiba Inu. I think the better, it will be. Shiba Inu is still over 1800, so the price hasn't changed much. That's good then, right? We can see. On the other hand, it went back into the secondary channel that we have after that huge sell-off that we saw here. It's possible to pull it out like this and say, okay, it's a new parallel channel since it bounced back. That being said, it is a little trick. We have a new parallel route now, and it will be interesting to see what happens. What will happen to the crypto market if Shiba Inu can keep doing this, or does it stop? Does the area between $69,000 and $66,000 become a strong one here? And then go back to $68,000, which we talked about as a very strong resistance? Or does it cut through it like cheese and go up, or like butter and go up? The power will finally shift. Since, as I already said, altcoins aren't doing so well today, it will be interesting to see how things end. It will be interesting to see which places Bitcoin does well and which ones do not so well. Yesterday, altcoins did better than Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin went up 5 to 6% that day. There were, however, joke coins like PEP that went up 10%. That's why it makes sense that you have a different sauce day. That's why we'll keep an eye on it and see that we do have greed. We're in the greed. If this comes up and then we go to around 70, we haven't been in the 70s since July 29th. The last time we were here was on July 29th when there were 69,000 people here. Okay, that's why we were up here and are still up here.